Hello. We are back live. What's happened to my camera? Freaking green screen. Hang on. Just do this. There we go. We've been busy today. What the heck? This freaking... The social media meta is just ridiculous. Get out of there. We have work to do. So, I'm trying to think where we want to put the time in now, because it's not this one. If we run Snake right now, copy, miss. I think we kind of just want to clean this up and make sure we haven't just horribly broken everything, right? So I do think we have broken some stuff, haven't we? Like, this should be learning properly. Alright, so we'll see if we can figure that out. It's probably the LSTM weights, right? It's not this. Okay, these are the same. These weights are the same. So there's no desync happening. I bet this is it right here. Where's H? Where's H and C even come from here? Oh, right there. So LSTMH of 0 and GPU env ID. Oops. Go here. And I probably should flip the C into here, right? Be exactly the same. I don't think they should be exactly the same. That's weird. I'm trying to think what stuff I changed that could be messing this up. Something's got to be screwy, right? Oops. Actually, I don't think the breakout defaults are any good. Snake defaults are definitely good, though. Policy.parameters. But without compile. Score is just not going up fast enough. I think it's something with the LSTM. Oh yeah, definitely something with the LSTM. Look at that. Oh yeah, also remember remember this is a different version of the environment, so this is actually reasonable perf. What are we training? Snake? Yeah, we're training just Snake. We're using it as a just as a baseline here. We're just perf optimizing the crap out of PufferLib today. That is the general idea. Okay, we can just get rid of this. Ah, so this is the issue. It seems. Because this now works. So it's straight up just the clever hack I came up with somehow not being fully correct. I hope I don't have to like revert this because this is one of the big perf bumps. I tested that the weights are the same. Maybe it doesn't use them for some reason. What did you change? Well, I clearly changed some stuff because PufferLib is more than twice as fast now. Why does this screw up? Maybe you can't do it this way? Okay, self with current. Eight, 4, 9, 8, 4, 9. So, this seems fine to me. This seems completely fine. Hey, Bet. How's it going? We are making PufferLib very fast. Well, we hit 5 million with a very small network, and we hit 2.5 to 3 million with like actual reasonable snake training settings. So yeah, we just have one bug to fix here, and then it'll be stable enough, and I just have to like clean it up a bit. And then we'll have a 3x faster dev branch for most of our quick experiments. Yeah, 3x. We went from 900K to 2.7 million at the high end. But I think we're probably going to get more like 2.5-ish. Puff. Oh, no, this is just literally normal PPO being 3x faster. Not like 3x fewer samples, just like straight up 3x faster. Wonderful Wizard of Oz. Explain? I fixed some stuff. You know, I got rid of some dumb Python calls that shouldn't have been there because they were slow. And I've also been debugging horribly cursed things deep in the depths of PyTorch. It's very simple. You know, if you stare too long into the abyss may stare back into you. That's all it is. Vibe coding? No, I'm saying I'm fixing shit. You've got like Twitter brain rot, my guy. Nah, you've been on Twitter too much. Vibe of Puffer is fast, exactly, though. That is true. Puffer very fast. It is good that the Puffer is fast. Okay, so these two things give me different results, which is fucky. The thing that's really sketchy is, like, they're not that far off. I mean, the implementations have got to be the same, don't they? They're like options I'm not seeing. Bias equals true. Bias equals true. The hell? What? Why does this exist? Hmm. That's very sketchy. I mean, is one of these weights transposed? Like, no, that would give me something very different, right? God damn it, PyTorch. Wait, what? H cell. H LSTM. Yes, these are the same here. So what happened? Because in the test they're the same, right? So unsqueeze 0. Okay, so in the test they're the same. This is exactly what I frickin' did, isn't it? Hang on, they didn't give, Oh, shouldn't it be 0 on the first step anyways? Hold on. It is zeros. Oh, you dumbass. Hang on. Dumbass. Okay, so now they ought to match, right? Okay. That just happened. See? Oh, this works a little differently, doesn't it? I see. You just screwed up is all. There we go. Still just as fast. but now it trains as well. Bug fixed. Bug is fixed. Yeah, that thing is crazy fast. Holy. Ugh. 1,000 epochs in less than a minute. So now we have to, unfortunately, deal with all the possible permutations of everything. Oops. Okay, that still runs. That still runs. Oops. We're just fixing shit real quick. It's not that hard. Not enough values to impact. Oh, and you need to not use the snake policy for this. Runs, cool. Very obnoxious. Still can just use n by d then here, right? There we go. This now runs again. Without this. Too many values expected 2. The default net. Oh, I know what it is. Very nice. That runs. No E3B now. There we go. Cool. So this all works. Everything runs nicely now. So it is just a matter of cleaning some stuff up. We should be good. I'm gonna take my vitamins before I forget. Yeah, it works. I just gotta take my vitamins, but we're gonna clean it up a little and then we're gonna push everything. Because it's like stuff's still pretty broken, honestly, in the dev branch. Like, and it's not entirely ridiculous. It's just that there are a few things that we're still testing that will take additional work to fully integrate, and I don't want to fully integrate them until I know that we're actually going to use them, if that makes sense. Like E3B, for instance, we're testing this for somebody right now, and it doesn't seem like it does anything, but we want to make sure it doesn't do anything before we drop it. Code's not private. It'll be on dev in like an hour, because I'm done. Because apparently I hate money, so fastest RL library by a mile will be free and open source. Blaster, let me finish this shit, man. I've been coding all day. Ugh. There will be Blaster code review. Let me finish this shit. You said it was done? I mean, I could just push it right now, but I'd like to clean it up. Do you see what a fucking mess this is? Look at this shit. This is a mess. Look at the dashboard. Look at the dashboard. Does this look like a good dashboard to you? No, this is a mess. Also, now is probably not the best time for you. You're gonna get a grumpy I've been fighting demons all day style code review. Freaking exorcism going on in RL space here. Is there anything else we can get out of this as well? Hang on. So puffer breakout. This is a good metric. We'll train, and then train. 11% in MISC. This is true. I am usually grumpy. Okay, I'm seeing 12%. 12% in MISC there. So where's the 12? I want to know where 12% MISC train is coming from. That's weird, right? Is it here or is it not here? I can go jog. Probably not. I will probably go to sleep. You should go jog though. We can always do, unless it's today your only time to do this review. If today's your only time to do this review, then I can just do it now real quick, and we can just merge it. Okay, let's do it real quick. Where's the review? Link code. You asked for it. Link the code. Hop and Puffer VC? Will do.
All right.
Hey.
On stream, let's go.
Hello, hello.
Where's code? Give code.
You are
Echoey
loud.
Joseph is crazy.
I moved the mic closer.
I'm out of control.
Does the mic sound better or just louder?
It sounds probably just
Explosive
louder.
on
I
the
think it was good
eardrums.
before. It's still good.
I was testing moving the mic closer. I don't know because I thought I had it too far before.
Well, you did have it a little far away, like amplitude-wise, volume.
All right. I mean, I can push it back a little bit as well, so it's still.
And now I have to adjust your volume again.
Yeah, there. We can do like this. That's probably the right spot for it, and it's out of frame. Perfect.
Fine. I think I PR'd this to 2.0.
No, put out PR to Deb. Don't PR to 2.0.
Well, it might have been to Dev. Now that I think about it, last art is complete. There it is, January 26th. You know what? That's not even that. No, that's a whole month. Never mind. I was confused here.
If you recall, there was a minor delay at the start of January from me nearly dying. So
yeah, fake news. You were alive and well. Probably doing something insane that you can't tell us about.
I have a picture from the hospital somewhere.
No, I believe you.
I don't know. Did I get sent it somewhere?
No, I'm. Gen chats and stuff has popped up.
Oh yeah, here. Can I show this on stream? I probably can. That's not toss, is it? No, that's not toss. Yeah,
I am.
There you go. That's when I was still freaking jacked before I'd had a week's worth of catabolic steroids pumped into me.
Yeah. You initially agreed to the steroids because you thought they would make you big.
No, it was because I would have died without them, but whatever. It's okay. I got my rack back. I've been doing a couple quick sets of bench now. It's good.
Speaking of that, remember I was like I do 20 reps of a little more than plates, and you're like, whoa, or you were surprised.
Yeah.
Yep, I did it. I'm sore as heck today. Ouch. But I did it, Joseph.
Yeah,
I should have recorded.
I did what I did. I did a set of 20 and then a set of 15 after. I'm just keeping it light so I don't have to warm up.
It's 12/20/12. General. It's in the voice chat general chat.
Yeah, let's get this thing done so I can.
It's in the voice chat general chat.
Roster complete. Was this like the C code and everything?
Yeah, it should be everything.
Jeez, how's it 1,000 lines? You want to tell me how it's 1,000 lines?
God damn it.
Wait. This implementation is like twice the. Wasn't it 500 when Elon Musk wrote it?
Elon doesn't have any RL, right? Elon's is complete trash.
I'm gonna see yours, and if yours is longer than Elon's, I swear to God.
It should be fairly efficient.
Why are there a million fucking asserts? Oh geez, if this is to dev, I think this is gonna have to be. Dev has changed a lot since then, so this demo file PR is gonna be a mess.
Yeah, that could be.
Okay, 86 lines here for inputs.
Look,
we're gonna give you these because this does have the neural net bind in it.
This was fixing it up from
516 lines. Fine, it's about the same length as Elon's, I think.
Yeah, let's see here. PufferLib. Blast
Anything stupid in here? No, there's not.
There's nothing stupid. Here's the initial code review. Look, this is.
Is it possible to infinite loop this by doing nothing, or does the ship kill you?
It is not possible to infinite loop. It 100% always kills.
Okay, because I had to fix that in Breakout before.
Yeah, being underneath the ship kills you. Period. Let me link this here.
You don't need to have all this stuff in this Python header, but it's fine. You only need stuff that you use.
This is in the general chat. This is the notes I took from the first code review. So you
In
can
the
see
gen
the things
chat, so I can see what I told you.
exactly. It is all fixed.
Allocate should call init, yeah. No stupid
Yeah,
comments. Cheating.
I fixed that.
Width and height can be removed from one enemy.
There is only one enemy. The enemy struct has been removed. Or it should be.
Okay, so yeah, I'm just still giving you a bunch of style stuff, which is fine. You've been programming for a year and a couple months or whatever, so that's fine.
Yep.
Resources, you still didn't bother making a tile atlas, but that's probably fine.
Yeah, you don't need it for this. Remember too, Joseph, that this was like 6 files or 7 files before. I did that just as practice.
You're practicing writing bad code though, doing that.
Yeah, no, that was only to practice. So I of course
What's
put
this
them together.
run.py file?
Run.py. Oh.
What is this?
This is for compiling. I put the comment right at the top. This is for a single file solution to immediately push specifically the models for or the weights. It extracts the weights. That shouldn't be in the PR though.
Latest mod, yeah.
It's not part of it. Ignore that.
Okay.
That is
I thought I had something that did that was like 5 lines or whatever.
But that requires like 5 steps, right? This requires 1 step. This is again, skip that. Just skip that. You don't need it.
Well, you did modify my file.
Of course I did, yeah. To work with run.py, right? So one shot it each time.
Well, no, you put your local paths in the PR to my file here.
Yeah, like I said, it wasn't supposed to be in the PR.
Yes.
Like it shouldn't be.
Please double check these. Script build ocean. I'll just merge it now because I'm sick of.
I'll tell you. Yeah. Can we? Is there a way to not merge those? Those things are not needed.
You can edit your PR, but since you don't know how to do that, I'm just going to. I'll just merge it and delete it.
Okay, just merge and delete it. Well, yeah, you only need the actual Blastar files, the standard thing. You don't need any of the special. There is no special handling that's necessary.
If it's any consolation, the way I handle any PRs.
It's also in build ocean.
Those are probably in there as carryover from before when I had the stupid practice format. Okay. Again, do not delete that. Delete that. Well, you need the setup.py line. Okay. You need nothing besides the standard. This is all the standard baseline.
Okay, I'm going to review. I'm going to review the code, and then I'm going to commit my stuff so that I don't screw it up in the process of merging this mess.
I concur.
This doesn't matter. This is just like, okay, double check your PRs before you do this in the future. No big deal. Let's see. The main thing I care. That's an easy fix, right? That's like easy for you to obviously see what that is. The main thing I want to see is whether is how your code has improved.
Right. Yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Knowing that this is an existing project and it's always easier to improve on new ones than it is to fix existing stuff. This is fine. This is fine. Okay, generally pick one. Like, these are fine or these are fine. You probably don't need both.
I see. Yeah.
Yeah, like pick one or the other.
And
Pound
use that
defines are
as your.
fine because it's like people do it in C. Static consts are fine. Doesn't really matter.
Yeah, I have a weird differentiation between what's a pound define and what's a static const. But
So what this does is this, when you compile your code, it replaces every instance of this text with this. It literally does a find and replace.
yeah,
Okay?
that's why I have
This,
parentheses under around
yeah,
the
this
formulas.
defines, yeah, so this defines, this just is a number. And you may or may not, if you enable extra warnings, you may get some weird warnings about constant correctness that nobody cares about, but these are generally fine. In fact, I think I probably will prefer these going forward, just because like there's no reason to have macros at all, but it doesn't matter at all. It doesn't matter.
Understood.
Float log, you added stuff to my logs. If log buffer, if the log buffer for log, this is all my stuff. Clear. What?
What?
The fuck?
Fuck. Where?
I didn't even. It makes sense that this works, but what the hell? Wait. No, it isn't. This is wrong.
What's wrong with that? Why don't you like my log aggregate and clear? It works.
No, it doesn't. It's wrong.
Why is it wrong?
I think it's wrong. I'm pretty sure. So first of all, you see that this is a slash equals, right? Is this intentional?
Yeah.
Why?
I mean, the
Why isn't
for
this just slash?
yeah. I don't have a good answer.
So I'm
I
pretty sure, I don't actually know the order that these things resolve in. I'm pretty sure it goes left to right. So then this, what this does is it takes your return, okay, it adds this,
yeah.
and then it divides the entire quantity by the index,
Yeah.
which is
Yeah.
not what you want. Unless I'm wrong, which I could be. I don't know how operator priority works if you do assignments like this. It could be that it does this, and then it does this, but I don't know.
I think
In
the
general,
numbers
never, ever, ever, ever do this.
never just
Don't
just
ever chain like multiple like in-place operators like this,
no,
because
don't.
nobody knows what you're doing.
Oh, don't.
Don't ever, ever chain in-place operators like this ever. So replace these with slashes. This is egregious.
Okay.
Don't do that. If that was there the first time, then I missed it.
Okay.
Holy, don't do that. Okay.
So what do you say to the fact that it works?
I don't know if it works. You could be you could be downscaling all your scores by more than you intend to, for all I know. The only way that this works is if the operator precedence does this operation and then it does this operation. You see? If it does this and then it does this, you're screwed. I think that you're right. I think it maybe does this, but I don't know.
Well, I definitely tested it to make sure it actually, obviously if it gave bad numbers.
You just want this anyways. You don't want the equals. You just want slash. Okay, here, fine. Technically, this works too.
I guess my thought here is,
Okay,
why are
what does this
you
do?
Oh no! Here
What does this do? Do you
here
know?
we here we go. If if a if a and B or C. So you're saying if C or if A and B.
What does it do? You have no
He's
fucking idea
asking
what this
for
does. And the
he's
reason you don't know
asking
is
for the
because there are no
order in which it
parentheses.
will happen.
Because is it this,
Yes.
right? Or is it this?
You
You don't
know,
know.
Well, I mean, to argue semantics, you can tell exactly what the compiler does, but just be safe and use parentheses.
Exactly. So it's the same thing. It's the same thing. There's literally no reason to ever do this, so don't ever do it.
yeah, understood. I'm not
Yes.
arguing with your assessment.
Uh,
Just trying to very
okay.
pathetically rationalize, which
It
clearly
doesn't
is.
matter if it works because it's redundant and it's confusing.
I only know that because I got burned without parentheses
Yup.
and I was making a pointer to a pointer. And if you're like, I'm trying to remember it. So if you,
There is a correct
to,
answer, by the way. These all have correct answers, but I don't remember because the thing is, you're taught this once in like your undergrad's like intro CS course. They teach you the order once, and then they say, "But never do this ever, because if you do it, you're stupid because it's confusing."
I think it's kind of deeper than that because I also think it depends on which compiler you're using as well.
It shouldn't. It really shouldn't. If it does, then that's a fault of the language specification. But
I would blame the fight between, Unix and Windows, but that's.
I don't think that's relevant. But whatever.
Have you used Ming W?
No, I have self-respect.
Yeah, that's
Um,
apparently I don't, but yeah.
Okay,
all
well,
right, this is fine.
so
Yeah, technically, it's like, yeah, look, these things have overlapping fields, so you could do something fancy. I don't care. This is good. This is perfectly fine. So technically, okay, so technically here, what I would do in this, and it doesn't matter at all, because you only have one of each of these things anyways, so it really, really doesn't matter. But what I do in Neural MMO is,
yeah,
instead of doing some fancy ass thing with the type system to try to like make a subtype or a union type, so you can have like, it's like a player is like an enemy, but it has extra fields. Like instead of doing any of that bullshit, I just make
yeah.
like an entity struct, and it just has all the fields, and I just use the ones that I need. That's perfectly valid. There are actual real advantages to doing that. But this is fine. Like this is fine as well. Because you
Good.
only have one of each, right? If you tried to have like a big array that has both entities and players, you would hate yourself because you would need two arrays. But it's fine now. This is fine for now.
Here, this is probably that link.
What's this?
Go to that. It's example in breakout. It's probably where I saw these divides equals because I'll be
Okay.
honest, I've never used the divides equals
This is a
before.
loop,
Yeah, I know.
and then this is at the end of the loop.
Right. It's
You don't just
summing.
copy these. You don't
It's
just copy these onto each other like that. In fact, where do I have this in one of my more recent M's? What did I write recently?
I mean, I'm not,
Do I do it in here correctly?
I'm not justifying the code. I'm simply telling you where I got the
You see?
yeah, I see. Those are
There you go.
divides.
By the way, this is actually slower than the previous one technically, but it doesn't matter because it's called infrequently, so it doesn't matter.
Right.
And it's less
You don't need
lines.
logging.
It doesn't matter. Okay, log buffer, log, all is fine. These are dynamic timers, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
good.
those are not
Good.
constants that I was lazy and
Uh-huh.
didn't. I promise.
Fine, this is fine. Yeah, you can technically do something a little fancier here, but this is good. I'm happy with just this being done this way. It's fine.
Yeah, I agonized over that.
Yeah, you shouldn't. This is fine. You do them in the same order as you declared so that you don't accidentally forget one, and you're fine. Allocate, actions, free allocated, free log buffer. Free, yes, this is correct. C reset init. Do you reset on init? I'm trying to remember.
Yeah,
I don't think you reset on init, right?
This was, see, the first time around I had it a different way, and
I think you just call. I think you should just be calling reset from the C.
you can just call reset.
Mm-hmm.
I'm calling it from init, which
Well, but then the thing is, if you call reset, like the API will call reset again after you initialize, because that's how the API works. So you're just calling it twice.
they're calling it twice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is minor, but this is this is redundant. So just like avoid stuff like that.
So reset. So C reset doesn't even have to be called in init. You're telling me?
No, it gets called externally.
Just delete that. Yeah.
Yeah. Make sure
Yep.
it works, but yeah, that's fine. And then let's see, allocate. Okay. Calculate center. Yeah. Plus. Ooh. I do not like this.
You don't like the center calculation.
So you're doing this because C doesn't have multiple returns.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But like this is, you don't want to just like use pointers in place of multiple returns like this. If it's part of a struct, that's fine. I really don't suggest mutating primitive types like this. And by the way, this is like completely redundant because you could have literally made this just be a method that takes like x size, right? This could have literally just been x and size and return x plus size over 2. So it's completely redundant, and this is sketch. Don't do this. Don't mutate primitives if you don't have to. You can mutate structs.
Understood.
I'm not sure why this gets updated in compute observations. This is kind of just a weird place to
That is a weird place to put it.
update it. Yeah. This is all fine though, right? Let's see.
That is fine.
Yeah, all this stuff is good. Very good. Okay, if it really matters to have a constant 1, there's something wrong.
It was on the first code review. But if you commenting them out makes it not work. So I don't have an explanation. I don't. I wish I had an explanation. I wish I had good answers. But yeah,
That's sketchy. That's,
I know
something is wrong there. If that makes it not work, because that's fucky. All right.
I realize. I wish I could have removed them, and I definitely did, and then it didn't work, right? So I removed as much as possible, so it still worked. Added things back in.
What's the one-line version of this?
Check collision. Are you gonna ding me on my collision?
Well, what's the one-line version of this?
I don't know.
Come on, you know this.
I don't remember.
Dude, return right here.
You want
If condition return true, else return false
right.
is the same as return condition.
Yeah, you want it to be so it should be
This is just return. This is a one-liner return condition.
Yep.
There's probably an inline candidate as well, but it's fine.
This looks like I wrote it. Reading it. It's those sorts.
I mean, the only thing I'd ding you on here is I would change up the spacing, right? I'd put like each of these and then and on the next line and then and on the next line, like just so
Yeah.
it's like obvious. But it's like other than that, it's just the basic programming thing, right? Return condition.
Yeah.
It's just like
Those
silly.
those things are supposed to be cleaned up, but yeah.
C step. Good. Take plus plus. This is kind of weird the way this is, but no big deal. Yeah, that's fine. You could technically unnest this if you were clever, but it's fine. Okay, this is non-trivially nested, though very mildly non-trivially nested, so I won't ding you on it. I think
Yeah,
it's
it's one
fine.
more.
I think it's fine.
It. Okay. Good. Because yeah, I was trying to not unmist it.
I would cache this if you'd like annoying expression.
Yeah, that does look annoying.
Just put the thing here and then. Okay. Not end player stuck. Don't one line your ifs.
At first you want the one line, now you don't want the one line.
I didn't ever say I wanted the one line. I think at one point I thought it was kind of okay, but then I used that was when I first started programming stuff in C, and then I've gone since then. Then like no, it's really not. It's way better to just use the language as it's intended. To have the have your braces everywhere. Okay.
I think one lines are okay if it's specifically an if else, but if you're stacking or things like that, I mean, a one line just reduces line count.
I think it's just better to always just have the brackets with this. The one thing that I've been wanting to get used to that I haven't been able to is like technically you don't need this white space because the like if this were Python, right, the brace is in place with the white space, but I can't get used to this either, so I always have the extra white space even though you really don't need it. I don't know. I actually like Python's white space over braces because like you feel the need to do this and you waste even more space, but whatever. It's
I love the
minor
like
I-
space for readability and to placate, you know.
Yeah, but the point is, right, that you have two lines of essentially white space, right, which is obnoxious. So I think technically the better thing is to have this be the white space line, right? So you don't have the extra one, but I can't get used to that either. So it doesn't,
I mean,
it doesn't matter.
I wanted to have it in
It's
the way
fine,
that
yeah.
people were used to seeing.
Yeah, it's fine. You'd be able to have these as reward components if they weren't hard coded.
Yep.
Yep, so these ones silly. Yeah, this is very silly. This whole thing is very silly.
The center coke.
Like making these, just making these uninitialized floats, and then it's silly.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is too big of a condition. You should like break this out.
Let's see here. 326.
Brand, attacking, hold active, true, calculate this, silly to get rid of this. Y, X.
Get rid of what? Get rid of which? 330.
This crazy condition needs to be broken up.
How would you break it up?
F abs less than speed scale. Okay, this is like is close. And then this one is this. I mean, you could leave this one and just put this one is close. It would be a reasonable length. And then what's this one? Oh yeah, enemy. And then whatever the hell this is supposed to be semantically.
Yeah.
Enemy close or something. I don't know.
Underneath. Underneath
Enemy
it.
under. Yeah, it's like.
Yep.
Yeah, I would just the big ones like this. I would just break out.
Yeah. So this is if you're yeah
And
basically
you'll
you're
thank yourself for that as well if you come back to your
if
code.
if you're under the enemy basically.
I mean, I can figure it out in 30 seconds. I'm sure it's just like it's easier.
Moves the enemy bullet. That's for animation of explosion.
Yeah, I can tell, which is a little weird that it's here, but not bad. Yeah, like one thing you could do here to avoid all these messy calls, which you could or you could not, right? It's kind of optional. Is you could just like, you know, source text like texture x y. You set texture equal this, x equal this, y equals this, whatever, and then you do the draw call at the bottom. There's stuff like that you can do, but this is reasonable. So I mean,
Yeah.
there's some things in here I could pick on, but overall, like, you are definitely improving over this. Just keep trying to keep stuff simple, right? Don't try to like get fancier and fancier the more stuff you dev. Just try to make simple code better. And I think like if you just keep doing a few more M's like this, you're honestly gonna be, I mean, you're gonna be in the place where you're like writing better code than your average Fang engineer very, very quickly, because I can see you're improving.
The Joseph playbook. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not hard, by the way. Fang
Yeah, no, they
writes,
suck.
yeah.
But the thing is that they do get stuff done, right? They get stuff done in a very long and convoluted way, but they eventually get stuff done. I mean, I don't know if I would say it's not hard either, honestly, Linky. Like, yeah, like your average Fang engineer sucks, but like writing good code is genuinely really, really hard. Like,
Yeah.
it's
I
something that takes many years of experience.
I think a lot of it is, well, first of all, the pressure to write code, just like not fast code, but code, write it fast, in a lot of Fang industry. But
They work horribly
realistically,
slowly.
like,
Like they work
yeah,
so fucking like you gotta be kidding me. Like I do work 50 times faster than anyone it does in like in Fang. Their processes are so bloated and so slow. There's no pressure to do anything fast. I'd say it's the opposite. It's just that like programming is taught horribly. It's horribly, horribly taught. And then as soon as you have one bad engineer in your group, right? It's like,
it's all bad.
yeah, it's
Yeah,
all
it
bad.
takes one to sully
Yeah.
the whole batch.
Yeah, and then it's like, and then all the Fang practices start to make sense when you think of it that way, right? Because they put all their code in a box, and like you're not responsible for reading anybody's code in that box. It just has to work in the box that they've given it to you. So it doesn't matter if it's 50,000 lines of garbage, as long as it follows the API and the tests and everything. But like the thing is, that's a really stupid way to write code because now your thing runs 5,000 times too slow, and when you go to read it to see how to make it better, you can't, and then you just have to throw the whole thing away and rewrite it. So like, yeah, it's just the whole thing's a
Yeah.
mess. And like,
You're
yeah,
talking
okay, it
about
works for these big organizations, but I'm not going to hold that up on a pedestal because I can do if I can do more than a medium-sized team just on my own by not doing stuff that way, then I'm going to choose that every single time.
Yeah, so you're talking about writing code
Yeah.
versus designing code.
So
Well, I wouldn't
Like
even go
reverse
that far.
engineering.
I would, yes,
I can
that's
merge this now. Um, should I merge this now and then I make some small
Let me just
fixes?
let me clean up this. Let me get rid of this run.py and everything.
Yeah, okay, good. That at
On
least
a
saves me
fresh.
some time.
Yeah. Let me get rid of all the extra.
That's good though.
All right. Thanks, Joseph.
Yeah, no, I mean, like you're definitely improving. I'm gonna be harsh. It's you're improving, and
That wasn't harsh
you're
at all.
improving at a very good rate as well.
I mean,
it's
look, if I don't have an answer to a question, like that's
Yeah.
on me.
Well, look, it's just like here's the thing, right? As you get better, there's a really strong temptation to like keep finding clever things, right?
Yeah.
But like the solution is not clever things for the most part, right? The solution is getting better at doing stuff in the simplest way possible. Like
the simple solution is generally the best.
you can do clever things for the purposes of learning, and sometimes that is important, and you need to do the stupid thing to see why it's stupid, right? Like I had this whole like 2 week binge in Palo Alto last year where I tried to write like struct based procedural code in Python, and the language just really is not designed for that, right? And like I wrote like a really stupid article on it, and I mean it wasn't terrible, but like it's just kind of silly. Um, and then you do the exact same thing in C and it works perfectly. And like I needed to do that in Python to see why it didn't work and to appreciate how nice it is in C. Um, but like generally the actual code that you write at the end of the day is just going to be something very, very short and very simple and has minimal tricks and bells and whistles on it. And this is how you get good work done quickly. And
Right.
it's like at the same time, you get everything. There's like you have your cake and eat it too. Brand new programmers can read and follow exactly what you've done, right? And you have very short and easy to maintain code, and it's easy to add stuff on because you haven't done something super dumb and convoluted, right? And you just have less code to deal with, right? It's good all around.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I was telling Bet earlier, and here it just goes to show that yes, he is learning at a pretty good rate. Because I told him when I get to the point, I'm gonna need him to explain to me like the Python and interfacing with PufferLib because that's kind of beyond me. And then pushing everything into one giant struct so it passes everything to Python.
You're overthinking it. That's all. You'll see.
Well, you do have
Probably.
to understand the thing is like if you're used to Python or higher level languages and you don't understand the difference between a value and a reference and you don't understand what a pointer is fundamentally and how memory is allocated, like then yes, stuff is confusing. As soon as you think of it that way though, it's very simple.
Yeah, that's where I'm starting to get. I guess to me, it just kind of feels counterintuitive to just like I understand the need for it to push all the observations, agents,
Mm-hmm.
actions, truncated terminals into one giant struct so it passes it all in, you know, one motion, if you want to call it that.
It's not.
It
It's not
just
passing it, Linky. It's like.
It's
It's
not
like.
passing, it's just the address. It's just like, hey, this is where we're storing
it's
observations for all
referencing,
the
yeah.
environments, right? Here, this is where we're storing the observations for all the environments, and I'm just going to tell each environment where they can store their chunk of the observations. That's all you're
Yeah.
doing.
That's a
Yeah,
pointer.
you
Let's
have it
go.
contiguous chunk of memory and you allocate those to individual purposes just
Mm-hmm.
like an arena would. I get that.
Here's your
It just
slot,
to
here's your
me
slot. That's all.
feels counterintuitive.
It only
Uh,
feels counterintuitive because programming is taught really weirdly, and a lot of the references you see around are weird. Like, it takes almost no time for this stuff to be very, very simple, and like, provably, like the code as you read it is very simple as well.
so Linky, what it allows Python to modify
Mhm.
the value
It's
at that
shared
memory.
mutable memory, is
Yep,
what it is.
exactly.
It's
Oh,
shared
yes,
mutable memory.
exactly what I'm trying to describe. Correct.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'll need that. I actually did do a good thing and I did leave like all of the logging struct in, the logging method. I just have to actually like
Mm-hmm.
set up how my shit generates to the one solid struct. But I'm certain I'll have questions.
Well, you know where to find me.
That is the idea. That's what I was saying.
Bada
When
bing, bada.
it hurts to say this, Bet. At some point, I will need your help.
Oh well, it's fine. I don't. I need lots of help. All right. Now we can remove all the stuff we don't want. Just like everything. Goodbye. Oh, oops. Goodbye.
Why does everybody love Lua?
It's just a common scripting language used in games. So a lot of people that mod games end up picking it up, and then they just use it because they picked it up.
Well, a lot of people use it for like plugin, like NeoVim's a prime example. They use Lua for NeoVim.
Yeah, it's just a scripting language. It's a
Yeah,
fine scripting language. It's just a scripting language. I mean, look, anything is a fine scripting language, right? If you're just writing like relatively short scripts, it's fine.
Oh yeah, say that to my. Let's scroll down in this real quick because I'm writing a plugin for Micro. File on this has changed. No. Yeah, say that to my 1,000 lines of implementing an LSP server into an editor.
I don't think you should be implementing something in Lua. You might bind something in Lua, but if you're implementing it in
Well,
Lua, that's too much.
I should be saying an LSP server that exists and binding to the LSP server, which I think uses Go. So the LSP uses Go, Micro for plugin support uses Lua, so I'm having to use Lua to attach to Go.
Well, my
And
solution is
it's
just
like
not to use an LSP.
There you go. Yeah.
I don't use an LSP.
I have done an impressive amount without an LSP, but I would love to not have to grep for all of my struct and method
There comes a
definitions.
time in a man's life when he must make a choice.
Between LSP and no LSP.
Yeah, use it. Yeah, exactly.
But here's the funny thing, like,
Advanced.
if you're writing Python, the LSP kind of sucks anyways. So, like, honestly, Super Maven is just as good.
No, yeah, but see, that's the thing. Super Maven probably still uses an LSP because Copilot uses an LSP, right?
Does it?
Yes, it does.
Yeah, but if it uses
I'll
one, it
send.
uses it on their servers, and I don't have to configure it.
Sounds like it doesn't matter if Joseph is like does it, right?
You don't see it because it's already it's
I
the
don't know, it makes
plugin is
enough
built
mistakes that
what
I
I'm doing.
it makes enough mistakes that I question whether it has one. Because it makes up variable
I
names.
I don't want it for autocomplete or anything like that. I want it only so I can like fuzzy find my definitions, right?
You can just I think you can
I
just do that in Vim anyways without having to. I'm pretty sure you can just do
yeah,
that in Vim.
I'm not using Vim though. I'm
Okay.
using Micro.
He's using Micro inexplicably.
Yeah, alright, I see
Hey,
conflicted.
It's like I'm like, oh,
I
Micro, I can Control C, Control V, and was like, nope, no, you can't.
what do you mean I can't control C, control V?
Nothing.
That's like I literally can do. I
I
can do
prefer Vim to
macros and
Micro.
everything.
It doesn't matter.
Um,
It matters. I can use Micro, I can use Vim, I can use no. It doesn't really matter.
oh, it's beautiful. I've gotten all of my syntax highlighting to colors I like. Um, I will say I should just bite the bullet and move to Vim, but
Meanwhile, PufferLib slowness has been divided by 3.
Pretty much.
yes. How did you manage that? I am
Well,
curious.
listen,
Coding all
Leaky, it's
day.
the LSP.
Listen, so one of my side projects is gonna get stomped on. I don't really care. It would be nice to have. I'm still using Micro without it, and I've made a lot of progress. It would be nice to have though.
Yeah, if the stopping has a lot to do with things I've said before, like in passing. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. I'm not sure.
If stopping?
You said it's going to be stomped on your project.
Oh, stomping. Yeah.
Might be wise to.
Why is it that the misc loop here is so long, but if I do puffer
All the stuff
snake,
is in misc. Be right back.
misc is lower? It's probably just because the update epochs is fine. Alright, I mean, that's pretty solid. Anywhere we can reduce copy. I don't think there's any way to reduce copy overhead. We've already done pretty well.
So what's your schedule looking like in the upcoming days, Joe?
I don't have one.
It's just coding and streaming?
Pretty much. I just do that and then ad hoc whatever meetings I need to take, whatever client stuff I need to do.
That's fair. If at some point you could do a one-on-one with me, I'd
On the M's?
appreciate that. No, not an M, just conversationally.
Sure. Is this about the Pokemon stuff? Is this pressing or is this like
It's not pressing, just I guess like in a week or so. If you could do a
sure.
one-on-one, just so we're not like in
Yeah, sure.
VC or anything.
Yeah, sure, no worries.
Um, yeah, I'll send you a DM on what it's about here in, I don't know, like half an hour.
Okay.
Not incredibly pressing, but would be nice to just have a conversation, clear some of my thoughts and
Sure.
opinions.
I mean, you think I'm pretty much always around. I give
Yeah,
coding shit occasionally, but that's about it.
yeah, I get that. I just don't want to like, if you
Yeah, you're
got
good.
clients or anything coming up, I'm not.
Well, there's always gonna be stuff because like whenever I don't do well when I've got nothing to do, so like I find something like this to spend all day on, right?
I feel it.
But like occasionally stuff like this happens where I make stuff 3x faster, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, Bet was saying he wasn't sure exactly what you did. I did see your post earlier. You had, was that puffer snake at 5 million steps a second?
Yeah, that's like the best possible case, but it does exist, so I mean even in the best possible case, 5 million is like obscene.
Um, and then this is just, I'm not fishing for information. I'm genuinely curious about your viewpoint on this. The moving direction of PufferLib, to me, it feels like you're more supporting C environments right now. Do you have plans in the future to start moving some of your files in PufferLib into C?
Not really, because the more stuff I move into C, the more I'm going to just piss people and users off. So I'm only going to move stuff into C when there's like a clear performance reason to do it. I'm not just going to move all the learning code into C for the sake of having it in C, right? If I could get 10 million
Yeah,
steps per second by moving it into C, then yeah, I would do it. But I don't think I can. I don't think that's a thing that can happen. We're already in
yeah.
pretty
I
good.
was just
Yeah.
potentially thinking because um kind of along the lines of what that guy was saying, but I'll be honest, I still don't know how he's getting his deadlock issue. I think like maybe he's doing something wrong.
The same issue
Um,
that like whatever issue, it's not like moving it to C is not likely to fix anything like that or make it any easier.
I just mean in the sense of like when I think about it, you're handling vectorization for Python within vector.py, but then the vectorization is essentially happening on its own within the C environment. Um,
Not they're
if you
complementary processes.
Okay. I just wasn't sure if there were any plans in the works to like maybe work on moving things to more of a C threading and keeping it out of like Python's multiprocessing.
So the issue is that if you do that, then for Python environments, you have to go from Python to C to Python, which is kind of gross.
Yeah, I agree.
So like
I
if
just
I were to
wasn't.
do that, it would be Ocean M's would work directly with the vectorization without going back to Python, and then that would hurt compatibility with other stuff. So like again, there would have to be a very, very good
Yeah,
reason to do that. And I don't really foresee there being a good reason, because if anything, Puffer's going to move in the opposite direction, where like these perf improvements I'm doing now are cool, and they're like really nice for running quick experiments, but like longer term, Puffer's going to move to more complex environments where these perf enhancements matter less. And really, this perf is just used for fast experimentation on methods, which are then going to be thrown on slower stuff. So there's not really a
yeah,
huge incentive to do it. Really, this is more like I spend a little bit of time once in a while. Puffer has the highest perf of any RL library by a mile, ha ha ha, and then we get back to real work.
yeah. That kind of makes sense. I was just wondering because, and I know you need puffernet and all of that to compile. Sorry, to compile into WebAssembly and such. So I wasn't sure if that was just to make things happen, to make it work on your website, or if you were slowly starting to like migrate things over.
No,
So I was just curious.
that's just for the website demos.
Makes
PyTorch,
sense.
I like look if PyTorch had like a really lightweight, awesome C backend, then I would just use that, but it doesn't. It has a really heavy and obnoxious C++ backend, so it was just easier to make puffernet. And it's kind of
I
funny.
see.
I just think it's kind of funny, right, to be able to like, yeah, here's 500 lines. It does like most of what you'd want out of PyTorch, and it runs on web.
Yeah. Here's the funny thing when because I talk with my older brother often, and he is a C++ dev.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and he firmly believes that I am doing myself a disservice and that C is way harder to learn than C++.
That's wrong.
And
That's
I'm
not true.
looking at, I agree. I'm like, C is like simple C++. There's way less
Yeah.
BS and crap to have to wonder if I'm using.
Yeah.
Um, and then I read his code and I'm like, it's a totally different language.
Yeah. I don't really have much desire to interact with idiomatic C++ at all.
The only C++ that I'm comfortable with interacting with is I do use PyBind to compile
Uh,
sometimes, to compile bindings for Python directly from C. So I can just import like whatever file it spits out into C. It's pretty much Python, but as a binary.
PyBind is usually, yeah, C++.
It's C++, but you can use it as a wrapper. You
You
can
can.
compile
I
as a
haven't looked
wrapper
at
from
that.
C.
Yeah, I haven't looked at that honestly, because Python, there may be a reason to replace Python at some point, but that's going to be
The
like the type of
difference
thing that
is,
takes some work.
so Python, you have to redefine all of your functions. So you go like a Python step takes sci step, and then sci steps takes C step. Whereas PyBind, you're just compiling
Yeah,
a
no, I
dot
understand.
def of whatever your
No,
thing is.
I understand how it works. It's but like there has to be a bunch of usability testing and stuff to see how it would feel to use it for this versus Python.
Oh, I mean, I've got a demo if you want to. I have it on a private repo when I was helping my brother, because that's the only reason I used PyBind. So, and maybe I'm just saying to me, it's a little more convenient because it was my first exposure to like C and Python
So you
versus
have to
like
realize that the other thing is that you don't get memory views, which are Python gives you are really
correct.
nice. You don't get memory views, and then you don't get the outer loop. You don't get the outer loop that you would like that you get in Python at the moment. So you have to do that in C as well. But yeah, convenient when you start. Yeah, but we're not starting from C++, and we have no plan. We have no plans to.
Oh,
Right.
well, yeah, no, what I mean is
That guy's
it
in the chat.
even,
I was responding to that. You
oh,
can see on the screen.
Sorry, I was outside.
You're good. I think I'm gonna port this
See, yeah.
network too. I think we're gonna port this network. We're gonna port this network to Snake so we can test it. Just for perf.
Have you actually? I can answer my question. You do indeed.
Hmm?
You've convolutional puffernet, embedding one
Oh
hot,
yeah.
all of it.
STMs as well.
I see that.
It's like, it's pretty decent for what it is.
It looks really dense, I'm not gonna lie.
Well, yeah, obviously, it's the implementation of a conv.
Yeah.
It's like the most obnoxious possible thing to implement. No, seriously, I fucking hated implementing that thing. It sucked. Those are such a pain to implement correctly. Really dense big
I
con.
will I will say
I've had to implement
maybe
those like 10 times as well over the years, and they just always suck. Because it's like they're really simple, and you feel stupid for not getting them right, but they're just like really fiddly getting the indexing.
well, not only that, but and maybe I still don't know the full implications of this, but like actually understanding abstraction and things like that, it has blown my mind the different ways I have to think about like I've made my environment in Python. It does wonderful. I can understand it. Moving it to C is an entirely different ballgame. Like you have to just think about it entirely different.
Yeah, it's easier when you start in C though, because what happens with the Python is you get it done and then it's slow and then you're screwed because there's no way to make it fast.
I got 25,000 steps a second, and that is without like doing some optimization or anything.
Yeah, but what do you want to bet
Um,
that I could get, I could get it to 2.5 million?
that's exactly what I'm saying. That's when I was like, maybe it's worth me looking at writing this in C and seeing what I can do without optimizing it in C and comparing.
It doesn't have to be like just a C I'm writing is not optimized C at all.
Yeah, no, I've gone through.
Oh,
I actually
Jesus.
do go through a lot of I use Ocean as my examples for C. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, but 40% miss. So if we took off 40%, then maybe it's close.
Ooh, that also reminds me. Did you ever manage to find your banner for PufferLib?
I have the banner. The 3D model I don't have yet. I probably have to send an email to get that, to be honest.
I want to include, and maybe the play is I just like steal your template and
Well, I have the banner. Oh, banner. No, I have to get a banner made. We'll see.
oh no, I mean for your README. So I'm not sure if you're in Discord chat.
Well, the
I
one on the
did,
README, the file on the README, you can just grab it from there.
yeah. So I have a repo that I've named Puffer Mini. I apologize, I'm using the Puffer namesake, but I want to include like the Puffer assets and all that on it and link it actually to PufferLib.
Mhm.
So like if people don't like the small form factor of PufferLib or the Puffer Mini, they'll still be connected to PufferLib.
Yeah, so I need to get like
Um,
a powered by Puffer banner or whatever. You can just like write that and put the Puffer or whatever. That's fine. It's fine to
that
use
would
that for
be
it's fine to use that for projects connected to Puffer. Literally all the assets on the website. If you just like click on them and get source, it'll link you because they're all just hosted from the GitHub.
yeah.
Weston, now that I've learned discrete math, is this true? Nope, not at all. Not that I've seen. Whatever. Maybe I haven't learned enough math. But if they're talking about like if these are a lot of the math people are functional programming bros, and that code just sucks ass. It's another dogma. Functional's a dogma. Object oriented's a dogma. Procedural's kind of the lack of a dogma where you just write simple shit without any like coherent structure or like presupposed thing in
Uh,
mind.
but yeah, so I have a repo named Puffer Mini, and it's personally what I use because PufferLib just has too much crap in it, and I don't need a million environments. So
Well, it's gonna get smaller, but
hey, I would appreciate that. I wouldn't be so against like cloning PufferLib, but it just
oh, the clone I
a
can make
whole
faster. I just haven't bothered to prune that. I should do it. I can make the clone take 2 seconds. I just haven't bothered to do that.
yeah, the cloning and then really the only stats I have are
If you just
cloning
clone with
takes
dash dash single, if you just clone dash dash depth equals one dash dash single branch, it'll be instant. And if I just were to prune it, it would have that speed
okay.
everywhere.
Good to know.
So that's just me having been lazy.
Hey, I feel it. I do lots of lazy
Well, it's
shit.
just you
What
have to be
my
careful. You have to be a little bit careful because it squashes some stuff, and you want to make sure that you don't lose. So it's like it's good to do that when the repo is in a good and stable state. So
I
ideally, right before it releases.
before I attempt anything new on GitHub, I research what my best options are.
Mhm.
There's just too much to remember, and cheat sheets don't cover everything. So,
Okay, this needs to be way faster. I don't know how I can make this code faster.
I'll be right back.
I'm not likely going to it's crazy how much overhead that is.
And I'm back.
Obnoxious. Yeah, that's annoying how much overhead that is. I just have to make this script faster at some point, but I think I'm in a good spot to oops.
What's overhead? I just came back.
There's the new algorithm has a C script that needs to be made faster. I mean, it's here. I'll show it to you. It's a very simple script. It's right here.
Let's go, world's slowest
top function.
stream. We
This-
love YouTube.
Yeah.
Yep.
This function at the top needs to be made much faster. And I don't actually know how to make it, like, how do I make this 10 times faster?
Huh.
See, it's kind of awkward because there's like this conditional branching. If it
Yeah,
were
there
just
is.
this is very easy. But it doesn't work if you just do that. This crashes your learning if you just do this.
It just crashes, huh?
Well, this screws up your learning. You have to have the mask.
What's the reason for that?
You need to mask out when the episode ends. I mean, unless I did something wrong, but I don't think so.
And why do you have to mask out when the episode ends?
It's a 32-step look ahead. I mean, I don't know. We could try it here. Word block. Done for word. Yeah, we can try it.
Yeah.
Hate it. Stay out of there. Yeah, Papa.
What? Is this not, how's that not faster? That's very odd. Let me see.
You commented that, or it didn't run it. Now it's slower, huh?
Hold on. Oh, that's actually weird. This is not actually the source of the slowdown.
Now we're making
That's actually
progress.
kind of good. Hang on. Really, these are slow, huh? One should always try to use define instead of const. No? I don't know why you would. Const is fine. I don't know. When I was new to C, I was using pound defines. They're both fine. It doesn't matter. I'll probably be writing more const stuff until I find something that annoys me about it at the moment. I think the only thing bad about it is there's some like warning flags that if you have them enabled are annoying, but you shouldn't have them enabled anyways. For safety. Just because macros in general are like, I start writing pound defines for constants and then people start writing macros. Like, oh, if that's okay, then is this okay? No, it's not. Stop it.
Well, they should understand what
Stop it.
what they're doing and why, right?
No.
Prepare yourself for probably a really stupid question. What's the difference between an extern and a const? Like a const is just a constant. Is an external just a way to like make a constant like global?
I have no idea what extern does. I don't use that keyword.
I use extern
Dickens.
for mapping my movement delta.
Why?
Because instead of defining all of my movements, I just extern int movement delta, and it's an array of 10 by 2 for -1, 0, and 1, just groupings of like delta coordinates. And I use extern
You
to
lost me at array.
here.
Declare a variable without defining it.
So I do this right here.
Sounds useful. Extern and what? And pound defined?
Don't fucking do that. Whatever.
Extern?
Just
Extern
random shit.
versus
We don't
pound.
need this shit.
Your question was extern versus pound defined, Linky?
Extern versus const.
Versus
Totally
const?
different.
I mean, yeah.
So if you look at my screen, you can, well, see where I use it and why I use it. I've highlighted it on both places.
I'm not looking. I'm trying to debug this.
Yeah, I'll answer
You're
your question
good.
though, Linky.
Man, it's surprising that that is as slow as it is. Really, like.
So you found the actual slowdown?
I mean, it's just like just some random NumPy array operations that are all NumPy are just very slow. I mean, yeah, that's 20% overhead right there.
Imagine NumPy being slow.
Update to Python 3.11 and use NumPy's free threaded version.
Oh, we're not doing that.
I wouldn't. It's bad.
Not doing that. Could I do the whole thing in C?
I mean, wasn't that where this was supposed to be going?
I think I can. But then, yeah, it's a little late to do this tonight, but I think that's where this is going.
You're just gonna crush all the NumPy things. You don't need NumPy at all.
Pretty much, yeah. But the C is fast.
Now, NumPy is supposed to be leveraging that speed. No.
No.
So Linky,
Yeah.
it's you've been poisoned by C++. Uh, the extern thing is your standard C++ program is going to have a bunch of externs, because if you need to use a function that's declared somewhere else, you put an extern there in the file you want to use it. That way you don't have to
Okay.
redefine it. So that way the compiler
So
knows.
I wouldn't say that's like poisoned by C++. I mean, just writing in C, I just do it in multiple files because it keeps everything more organized.
Well, yeah, like if you're gonna do multiple files, like you have to know what you're doing and have it be sane.
Oh,
If you
yeah,
want to
that's
use PufferLib.
literally client and like 2 files.
You remember Joseph asking me earlier, like, why did you do this? And like I had absolutely no answer. Yeah, you're gonna have to have a better defense than that. Like,
No, I can literally answer why I've done what I've done. I've literally written this whole thing by hand. Like this isn't code completion, there isn't GPT or any. This is literally like I wrote
maybe there should be
this
GPT.
myself.
We can give it the prompt. Hey, make this sane. No crazy C++ stuff.
It's not even C++. I just use it so like I can because so I have a main file and then I have a grid file and then I have a client file and then obviously the associated H files for grid and client as well. I run it from main.
Like 6 files.
But 5.
5, and you're compiling how? Main code.
I correct, yes.
You have a make file.
Yep.
Was that counted in your file count?
It's not in my project folder.
Well, where's it gonna go? Or is this not a PufferLib PR?
It will be a PufferLib PR, that is correct, but PufferLib has their own build-in-place method. How I compile on my own machine doesn't matter as long as it still compiles with build-in-place. So, like, my make file is above my project files by like 2 or 3 levels, and I compile from above it because I use the one make file for all of my projects. So it's not included in it. I have a file named build, which is where all my binaries go. I have a file named include, which is where all my headers go. And then I have source, which is all my C files. And then I have license, README, and all of that in what would be the project root directories.
Wait, your
So
project
when
has a
you're looking
README?
at like the what?
Your project has a README?
Yes,
Impressive. Must be really good.
it's if you're looking at my screen, I'll pull up
I'm
the
not. I'm
repo.
trying to make this
Uh,
correct. I think this is all in there correctly.
So I think I have a makefile in here because my brother wanted to look at it, but essentially it's readme, license, ignore, source, and include because I don't push my binaries up there. 2 headers, 3 source files, and that's generally literally what it does. This is my setup, and in this file is where my makefile is actually at. Yeah. So essentially, all of this would just be like when you clone it, how I operate. You would get the README, the license, the dot, get ignore, the source, and the include. That's all you really need. But I use extern here because I need extern in order to use it.
I need
Scale
extern.
factor, const
Famous
flow,
last words.
flow and scale factor, never used again. That means that I forgot to
I use
delete
it so I
stuff,
can use it here.
Weston. That just means I forgot to delete stuff if they're never used.
Where am I, man?
Oh,
PTR.
I see. I see. There's like a tricky. There's a really obnoxious GLSL shader that I was fiddling with. I remember. Okay, so the new algorithm has solve in. It's still sub 3 minutes for the new algorithm, but it's not as fast as the general PPO. It's really obnoxious because it was this fast before, but then we found better sweep settings for the original.
Have you tested on other environment besides that?
No, just this so far because we're just fiddling with stuff still. But okay, so this is before we made everything really fast. In fact, we
Yeah.
should just run one of these to see how fast it is now, because it would be funny.
Yep.
Let me see.
Yeah, I'm proud of my micro. You guys can hate on it all you want. Micro's nice.
No one's hating. Don't mistake.
No, I'll be honest. I've spent so much time configuring it. I've like down to the syntax files and everything. So like I have syntax highlighting on Python as well. I spent an awful amount of time configuring it.
Wow, syntax highlighting on Python.
Better than VS Code, that's for sure.
Python's just a black box. Whatever.
Yeah, here, let me go find a Python file real quick. I think you'll be impressed. We'll do Enduro.
Yep.
Let's
We
go
can
look
do.
at your Enduro file. How about this? That's actually some
You impressed?
Wait,
work
what?
here.
This is actually pretty. Yeah, it keeps finding weirder and weirder parameters, honestly.
What's weird about that?
You'll see.
It's little.
Yeah, but it's not what it was before. So this is actually probably going to be kind of decent. It actually went 0.38 Ms. It's like crazy the amount of like optimization that can be done on these. Like it just keeps getting better. Okay,
That's good.
I'm curious, like, okay,
Thirsty.
so it added a little bit of entropy. JE lambda. Oops, lambda.
It's got to be this.
Gamma's higher. And then learning rate. 04. Mini batch size.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey, who's that?
Oh,
Aaron.
welcome.
Hey, Aaron. Oh, Aaron, I made PufferLib 3 times faster.
Nice.
Yeah, we train at like 2.5 to 5 million steps per second now.
Oof. I have some initial runs of learning progress for you,
Awesome.
and then
We're
once.
on stream, by the way, just FYI.
Yeah, no worries.
Yeah, I just like to say.
Once you have the hyperparam stuff pushed in, I'll do the big
It's
sweep.
in dev.
Okay.
Well, I just pushed the insane perfixes to dev. So we're about to see whether or not we can solve breakout in like 30 seconds.
Nice. In that case, we'll chat tomorrow and then look at how
Sounds
to
good.
pull this into main.
My plan for tomorrow is to go for a long run, and if I have anything left, to lift a bunch of weights, and then hopefully I will still be able to talk.
I don't think you'll have much left after all that.
We might. I don't know.
Sounds good. Yeah, just wanted to let you know.
Thank you. Very nice. No module named Neptune. What? Oh, pip install Neptune? That's weird.
Word.
We will solve all of RL.
With one pip install.
Thank you, Aaron. She's still here. Did
No
you hear?
problem.
Oh yeah, he's here. Cool. Does breakout auto solve now? Dude, what the? Give me this token, stupid thing. This stupid thing doesn't remember your token. It's like, yeah, we're gonna make it so secure that you leak your stupid token on stream every time you want to use the thing.
Okay.
Stupid.
And people are gonna start pushing stuff to there. Pushing even
Whatever.
faster. Somehow.
GitHub token? Oh no, your Neptune.
Neptune. No, I don't leak my GitHub token, thankfully. Okay, so this is slower than before, which doesn't make any damn sense.
400k. What?
Wasn't it? Let me see.
What was the speed before? I don't.
I'm
That seems
looking.
like
Hang
slow.
on. Don't get your knickers in a twist. Yeah, this is 700k before. Oh, update epochs, you dumbass. Hang on. I forgot update epochs. That's gotta be it. Yeah, one update epoch.
There you go. What if more epochs is better? Just kidding.
Well, we'll actually see.
Yeah.
We will see by comparison.
If it works anything like I think it works, then it should.
Okay, 1.1 mil, so it went up from 700k to 1.1 mil.
What was the epochs at before? Was it
1.
3?
No, it's 1.
Now it's 1.
So that's awesome. Yeah, so you can see here, it's slightly less sample efficient, but it's so fast.
Yeah, sample efficiency doesn't necessarily matter. It's not the be all and end all, rather.
And I forgot to fix the minute 48 is 108 seconds. Pretty damn good. 108 seconds.
But is it the best?
It's better than anything that we got before.
So the best so far. Well, that's fucking
Wait, I
obnoxious.
have to send. I gotta set up a wire.
This is why we test.
Go Monday, it'll be good.
Monday
No
will be
worries.
good.
Yeah, send me that, Aaron, and I'll. I'm doing everything manually, so.
No worries.
And I'll send that on. I think it's for the 3rd, anyways, isn't it?
3rd, 4th, something right there at the start of the month.
Yeah, so I'm on time.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I try
No,
not to be
no,
late.
no rush, no worries.
I'm very careful with that. I told. I sent over that we've tripled for small nets.
And
It's just cool, you know. It's
Hype.
like, oh, I got a guy I got a guy who's gonna be happy about that, you know.
I would hope some people would be happy about this.
Actually, Joseph, we've actually been a big cabal of scientists for this whole time, purposefully keeping things slow, and you're really fucking with us.
Yeah, sorry about that. Sorry to ruin this quo.
So what you're saying is you don't want my information from the box in hopes that we slow everyone down.
No. Puffer is fast. Interesting. This one didn't do as well. But it did actually sync. Oh, so hold on. Did this... When I checked this one before... you see here, this is actually 85 mil. That's why it was fast.
Yeah, it was fast because it.
Because it solved it in 85 mil. So unless I missed something here...
That's not why it was fast.
In wall clock time, it was fast because it solved in 85 seconds. I mean, 85 mil.
I suppose solving sooner is preferred.
Tons of files, will you? There's a fair bit of variance from run to run.
Is that unexpected or?
It's expected in RL, but I would love to know why it's like this. It's kind of gross. We definitely need to onboard more science side people, though. Even like, you really don't need to have a crazy background for a lot of these things either. Just stuff like, hey, can somebody comprehensively try out different learning rate schedulers? Like, does cosine annealing actually do anything? Just like small little things like this.
Right.
Yeah, so like this doesn't actually match. Unless I missed a parameter. Hold on. I don't think I did though. Yeah, no, see, it's weird because I have all the parameters matched, but it doesn't do nearly as well. So it's like annoying because it's like the best
Not-
runs are also lucky runs.
Not replicable. So maybe not a real result.
Well, it's not like it's horribly far off, right? It's just
Yeah,
like there's a
it's
fair bit of variance, right? So if you take 100 samples, right, some of them are going to get lucky where they solve it, 30 million steps faster than the average run, just by virtue of RNG. I am going to start a new sweep on this overnight. I think we can start 2 new sweeps actually.
Okay, sweeping what?
Just the same sweeps on the new code. Just to make sure I didn't break anything.
Alright. Man, these resources folders. There's the 2 resources folders is annoying.
What, 2?
There are 2. There's one PufferLib / resources. Then there is
But one of
PufferLib.
them's a symlink.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the same thing.
PufferLib resources. Well, my linking to the symlink is not working, so resources enduro. Okay. So this should just be resources Blastar. Sound like me.
I mean, I've been on this for a good 12 hours today.
Cool. I worked that long too. Except
You know what I did today?
Uh,
Not a
not good with-
goddamn thing.
That's
Well,
probably not-
tomorrow I'll get to go for a run and just get some exercise and stuff.
and stuff.
I went out to eat.
PufferLib
To
got
be
good
fair,
much
it's
faster today.
still kind of morning for me, so
PufferLib got fast. Yeah, Joseph. I don't know. So I don't know about celebrating for 100K celebrating is
What?
amazing. Oh, I don't know. Someone said to go to. I suggested. Someone said go to Japan and eat a puffer fish.
Oh,
And
wait, was it Lion? I saw you got 5x speed up on Snake. What kind of wizardry? Oh, this is Spencer in here. Hey, Spencer.
who said
5x.
wizard? Who said wizardry? I said wizardry.
5x
First.
is
Hey Spencer.
5x is like the best
black
possible
magic.
case. We still get 3x though. It went from 900k to 2.5, 2.7 with compile.
Yes. What did he do? Don't tell me. Don't tell me you turned on compile. You upgrade. You upgraded PyTorch and turned on compile. Don't tell me that was the fix. The silence is ominous.
Hold on.
Well,
What is defined
okay.
as an
What
error?
can I say? Maybe we should try the nightly.
String starts with that, ends in that. We skip that, and the rules are if we have, then bitch. So it is technically an error. But why?
Think yelling at Copilot, yeah. It's funny.
Is what?
We have footage of Linky trying to use Copilot.
No, it just says Copilot ready at the bottom. It actually doesn't work. That's the LSP server I'm attempting. I can show my work and do copilot.suggest, and it'll say nothing. Even though, if I come in here and check my info, it's authenticated, it's running, and enabled. It just doesn't ever suggest. It's
this again.
the what?
Oh, I said, oh, this again.
Yeah, I gave up on it for now. When I have some epiphany moment where it comes to me and I'm like, I'm just a fucking idiot, I'll look at it again, but I'm Luwood out as for now. So, I am going over syntax files and trying to figure out why this means that this is an error, because I have no idea why.
Why is there no Tmux?
Tmux on.
That's really weird.
Because no one's doing anything, presumably.
I must have killed it by mistake. Let me see.
Oof. Big sad.
No, actually it's fine.
The real Tmux was the friends we made along the way.
Deep.
Alright, now let's try this. Oh yeah, it helps when I actually put the assets in the folder. Okay, great. Now that that's solved. Oh, my kid's getting lectured about not knowing a second language. Poor
That's
guy.
horrible.
I
I'm
speak English and
fucking.
I speak American.
I said, Lord Jesus is a fall.
Speaking English and speak American. And Spanish and
Oh,
Chinese, but
Um,
whatever.
yeah, so we just want him to be able to hear Chinese.
Mandarin?
Any. Unfortunately,
Cantonese.
it's not
Canto's hard as
Chinese.
hell to learn later.
I speak fluent simplified.
It's the same language, simplified and it's just the writing.
See, that was the joke because I'm saying I'm an idiot, so I speak in simplified terms as well.
Oh, okay. You had to simplify
Yes,
the
I'm.
joke for me.
Yeah, well, it doesn't really translate. That's
Yeah, it was poor. It
not
should have been workshopped better.
Oh,
But I stand
my
by it.
favorite dumbass joke I made in Chinese is 吃饱了吗？没有，吃人了。
which means
Have you eaten until you're full? No, I've eaten until I'm round. Doesn't translate.
No, that's hilarious because one time my older brother, who is one of the bigger people in our family, we were all, my mom, who's a nutrition nut, was saying something about how she only eats whatever, whatever, whatever. My older brother just looks up from his plate and goes, I don't eat until I'm full. I eat until I eat until I hate myself or some shit like that. It was hilarious.
I eat until I hate myself. The sad thing is, he was serious.
Yeah, no, it was full serious, and it was like, it was just a moment where he's sitting there eating, and it was almost like his face just panned upwards, and he just looked at my mom and said, I don't eat until I'm full. I eat until I hate myself, because my mom was saying something about, I don't eat until I'm full. I eat until I hit my macros or some shit. And then he just looked up and said that, and then looked back down and kept eating.
Uh, okay. This has been a successful day of PufferLib. I think once we finish, basically, once we finish, if the new algorithm works, that's three things. Three things, well, plus the new environments. That's enough for Puffer 2.5. All the experiments and stuff have to be done as well, but I think content-wise, that's good. That is new sweeps, new algorithm, old like way higher perf, plus the new ends. I think that's good. 3 new
Sounds
ends.
great to me.
So we'll see on that. The new algorithm. I think that there's still hope for it because it's off by a fair bit, but then a lot of that is just the wall clock overhead of the unoptimized reward computation right now. So we can fix that for sure, and then we'll see from there. All right.
Your new algorithm is
Look
that
at this PR here.
P3O. Bet you got PR for me to merge real quick.
I am PRing it as we speak.
Okay, I'm merging that and
2.0
going to
dev.
bed.
2.0 dev.
I was just gonna
no,
ask
not to
is
2.0 dev, just to dev, dude. The branch is
Really?
dev.
yeah, we don't touch
Damn it.
2.0 unless it's like an immediate high priority bug fix. Doug, for 2.0, consider it production.
Okay. So dev
Um,
is still a thing. Cannot automatically merge. I'm sure it cannot.
Spencer submitted me a
P3O.
thing. Wait, did Spencer submit a thing that I forgot about?
So are you full moving PufferLib into the new algorithm, or is
Only if it
PPO
works.
still gonna be okay?
If it works better
I
than
was
PPO across the board, then why wouldn't I? But
I
it has to
agree.
be.
I was just
That's a high bar.
wondering if you were going to keep both PPO and P3O as optional.
No, we'll keep it.
Just
We'll keep whatever's best.
the only reason I specify that is because if anybody comes in and starts like, well, actually, then you could just go, PPO is still implemented, go ahead and run your own benchmark.
I mean, scientists are gonna want that.
That's what I'm saying. That way you can put the ball in their
There are
field.
so many fucking if statements. It's the same bloody thing. Damn you. Fuck you, scientist. Like, stop it. Why you make my life hard? It's like,
I just
swear, it's
mean
like,
it's
you give a scientist a piece of code, a beautifully optimized piece of code, and they'll find a way to run it at. They won't even run it at like a fixed like 5x slower, 10x slower. They'll run it at a pace where the experiments take 3 days because that's how long they're willing to wait.
Look,
no,
I didn't need you to call me out just because the new learning progress experiments take an hour.
Up from a minute.
Nice. What is that? A 60x? Impressive.
In actuality, I think it's like 40 minutes.
Oh my god. Okay, we're gonna
Great.
fix that shit, and then.
I just mean it's an easy way to put all the pressure on them to say it's still implemented and feel free to benchmark it yourself and prove me wrong.
Check.
I mean, they can also just go grab the 2.0
Check,
branch.
Joseph.
It's annoying because
Yeah.
it just makes the code work. Like I said, I would only consider replacing it if we beat it across the board. But it honestly, it would just be PPO with 2 fewer hyperparameters to optimize.
You don't have to explain it to me. I am very firm in my own code. If it doesn't work, it's gone. I don't want to look at dead code. I don't want to look at unused code. Anything that doesn't work, it's gone.
Every new thing, every extra thing in dev makes it like every extra thing in that clean PufferLib file makes it worse. So E3B is probably getting tossed because I think that algorithm sucks. We'll see. I have to finish testing it.
I mean, you're preaching to the choir at this point because I legitimately made a neutered version of PufferLib just because I was
You have to
tired of seeing
refresh.
all the files.
Just waiting for you, buddy. Uh-oh. Timeout's happening.
What?
Nothing.
His child is in trouble.
Oh. It's fun.
Watch out, cat. Thank you.
Damn it.
Watch out,
Alright,
cat.
Wait,
well,
this is.
I'm head out.
Wait, this is going to 2.0
Have a good night.
dev. Wait. Oh, no, it's not.
Yeah.
Okay. Damn it. See ya, Aaron.
Bye.
Why you do this to me?
We bought one of those small mini couches for my son, and it is the most adorable thing ever. It looks like it's made out of like cushions from a couch. I love it.
Okay, merged. So for the folks that are still on YouTube and Twitch at 10:42 on a Saturday, thanks for tuning in. If you've been kind of keeping tabs today, you've watched the highest performance reinforcement learning library get 3 times faster, at least for fast M's small models. Pretty much get faster across the board. It's a hell of an optimization day. If you're interested in all this RL stuff that I do, puffer.ai. Links are right there. Start the GitHub. Please just start the GitHub. It really helps out the project. We're doing this full time. Lots of folks involved. Just helps the project grow a lot. And other than that, you can join the Discord to get involved. You do not need RL experience prior. Many of our best contributors did not have any. Just need to be able to code. And follow on X for more RL content. All RL content on X. There's some blog posts here, including this quick start guide for beginners, but there's some more articles on X you can't find anywhere else. All the demos are on Ocean, Docs, Data, all that stuff. So I will be back either tomorrow, or if I crash out, then it will be on Monday. And we'll be back with more dev. We're going to be trying to get dev stable. We're going to be running all the new experiments, especially now that everything's nice and fast. Testing the new algorithms, final tests on the new algorithms, and doing some client work as well. So thank you, and I will see you around. Bye.